I hope that was enough time to get some ideas about how you can put Clil theory into practice. And I wanted to give you a snapshot of what Clil can look like at the different levels. So let's take a look at some of the materials, starting with junior high school. This is an example from a third year junior high school Clil unit on multiculturalism. As you can see, it's organized into tasks. And students learn unique or interesting things about various cultures. And then as homework, they need to find an interesting cultural aspect of Japan or another country on their own. There's also a discussion about the Ainu language and the danger of extinction. Students may also watch a movie about social cultural issues, like being of mixed race in Japan, and they have a discussion. So this is an example of a Clil unit that I made for third year senior high school students on the topic of human happiness. And this Clil unit took place over the course of 4 weeks and 8 lessons. Here's the Clil lesson planning sheet for the first lesson. As you can see, we covered the concepts of happiness categories, different ways to measure happiness and their statistics. Here's the lesson plan. So I wrote a breakdown of the time, tasks, and teacher roles. And every lesson also followed a task-based approach. But as you can see, the main activities of the class are designed with tasks in mind for students. I also included the relevant PowerPoint slides for each task. And the PowerPoint slides provided scaffolding for the tasks. So for example, vocabulary for the reading, or pointing out the differences between casual and formal English in the text. And this also included data and graphs and maps that were related to the lesson topic. Here's another example from a lesson that introduced the concept of materialism, minimalism, and digital minimalism. And this Clil planning sheet, again, it's used to make sure that the lessons make considerations for the 4 C's framework. In particular, the procedural knowledge and the global awareness aspects of the lesson. In this case, comparing Japan with the United States. And again, you see the lesson plan with an outline of the tasks, as well as the support slides for this lesson, talking about social media use and the rise in adolescent depression rates. And here's one of the final lessons, the student presentations. So for these lessons, the students choose a topic they're interested in, which was covered in the unit. And then they research their topic and then they write a script. And then the students created a PowerPoint and presented in their groups. So they presented on a variety of topics that they researched themselves. And some of the presentations were quite creative, presentations on minimalism and materialism, as well as digital minimalism. All right, so with that, let's move on to step 3, materials. And let's get back into our breakout rooms. I would like you to, again, discuss some differences. What are the differences between Clil and ELT materials? And how can we use Clil in classes which use standardized textbooks or a particular curriculum that you have to adhere to? I'm sure that's many of your cases, right? Trying to create a space for Clil. And same as last time, feel free to use the Google Jamboard, write sticky notes, and just get some ideas up if you'd like. I've included, let's see if I can share my screen again. So I've included, if you scroll to the right, yeah, so you can see you can see the breakout room topics here. So again, feel free to use this screen, but I've included an example, 2 examples of materials here. So please check out these materials if you need to reference and maybe understand, which is which. You can talk about that and the differences in your breakout room this time.
Perfect. Before we open those breakout rooms, everybody, the pages Nate is showing you is from pages 12 onward. So if you would like to